Yes, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Morning Arsha.
Good morning.
Morning Anisha. Yes. Individual and society. Relation between individual and social institutions or social components we had been learned previous class. Today we need to know about role of or functions of nurses in society. First role, caregiver. Care give to everyone in this society. Second, prevention of diseases. Prevent communicable diseases, non-communicable diseases by using various nursing services. Three, promotion of health. The nursing professional have been promote holistic health, physical health, mental health, and social well-being through various nursing promotional services including immunization, health education, environmental modifications, etc. Fourth one, curative. Nurse as a therapist can cure the diseases by means of administrating medicines, pharmacological medicine, social medicine, etc. Cure every types of diseases including communicable, non-communicable, mental illness, etc. Fifth one, rehabilitation. Every types of rehabilitations done by nurse. Physical rehabilitation, mental rehabilitation, social rehabilitation, and vocational rehabilitation. Through, ways, through various nursing services, mainly through various nursing procedures. Sixth one, restorative. Restore means abnormal life to normal life. So restorative services in various community setting mainly concerning in these disaster areas or in the time of epidemic and restore the normal life by the nurses. Look at this, one of these pictorial representation, care provider, educator, advocate, manager, collaborator, leader. The examination, this type of pictures need to use. Seventh one, direct healthcare provider to the community. which means nurse only contact, touch with the client, provide to every individual level, family level, and deliver the healthcare services. Eighth one, as a health educator, health for all. The modern slogan is that everyone and everywhere, only possible by means of the nursing services. Ninth one, manager and supervisor. Manager means control the healthcare services and diseases. Supervisor means overseeing the healthcare subordinate and nursing services. So this in the hospital setting, in educational setting, as well as in community setting. Tenth one, planner. Different types of plan made by nurse in the society. First primary plan is their care plan, as well as other prevention planning and strategies and promotional planning in the educational as well as in community level. Next, researchers. Nurses have been conduct research in society on regarding diseases, in communicable diseases, non-communicable diseases, and try to explore the new models to solve the healthcare issues. In modern times, we need to know about that research on environmental health by the nurse. Look at this nursing services. So these are the important role of nurses in our society. Fifth one, difference between the society and community. First, society is a web of social relationship, but community consists of group of individuals. Groups, which means community consists of different types, including familial groups, religious groups, economic groups, but society concerning the relation. Web means, what do you think about web? Network of relationship between the individuals, relationship between the institutions or each components of society. For example, educational institutions, economic institutions, etc. Second, a definite geographical area is not necessary for society, but in community having definite geographical area is essential. For example, urban community, which means only the geography is that city. Rural community, geography is that villages. But society concerned, everything concerned. Third one, we feeling is not essential in society. In society may having this collectively concerned as well as individually concerned. But in community having more we feeling, which means sentiment, is indispensable for community. Sentiment means, for example, in family level, in community, the people conservative, which means closely contact with each other and emotionally attached with each other. Fourth one, society is wider. There can be more than one community. So what do you feel about it? Which means society means consists of more than 2 or 3 communities. For example, one urban community, one rural community, one tribal community, these regional communities. So these all the communities are together form a society. So society is wider, but community is smaller than society. There cannot be more than one society in community. Which means community concerning only one community or one society, for example, urban, rural, industrial, like this. So society is wider, community is smaller. Keywords. Fifth one, society is abstract, which means always change. But comparatively, community is concrete, cannot change. Why cannot change? The community having sentiment of living. We know that in villages, the people together, same religion, same culture, difficult to change. But society can change easily. Look at this. Sixth, common interest and common objectives are not necessary in society. Which means society having multiple objectives. The reason is that a society made up of more number of communities, urban, rural, etc. But in community, common interest and common objectives. For example, urban community having different objectives and interest. Seventh one, society involves likeness and differences. Which means similarity, as differences means different. For example, different religion, different culture, mainly different communities in the society. But community concern, there is likeness is more. Likeness means similarities. As we have discussed, this when you go to any villages, the people follow same kind of culture, same religion or language. So comparatively, community more likeness than society. Next section, personal disorganization. What do you think about personal? Personal means, we know that every day we have been using this word, personal life. Here, personal disorganization. Organization means the life become arranged. Disorganization means the life not well arranged. So personal disorganization means a individual life not well arranged, or individual may be abnormal life. So this section we are going to detail about what are the main causes, how to solve this, how to reorganize the people who are disorganized. Introduction. Man is not born, but he is an infant. Passes through the personality of becoming a person. As a result of various experiences and social influences, become a person, come to process a personality. So fact is that any man born cannot, but infant at the birth he is an infant. How become a born? Become a development of personality. How to develop their experiences, social influences and socialization, etc. Individualization through. So in the study of personal disorganization, think about individual personalities. Look at this terminology. Personal, a person. Disorganization means abnormal or abnormal arrangement of life. The meaning of personality. So through personality only we can measure a person having personally organized or not disorganized. So first we need to know about personality. The term personal is derived from Latin persona, means mask. Now last year we had been learned the personality in psychology, detail about it. Definition. A person's pattern of habits, attitudes, traits, which determine his adjustment to his environment. Students, every individual can adjust their environment in everyday life. How to adjust? By means of pattern of habits. Habits means different types of food habits or lifestyle. Then attitude, way of behavior towards others. Then traits. Traits means visible characters, way of talking, way of walking, etc. So which means personality. So normal person means a person adopt good habits. A person may be having positive attitude and pleasant traits. But if a person become disorganized, the person have adopt the bad habit. So this is a measurement whether person organized or disorganized. Bad habit, for example, alcohol, smokers, like this. Then attitudes, the person may be display negative attitude towards others and etc. Look at this. Define personal disorganization. The individual failed to meet the requirement of the society. When a person in which the lives as a result he develops personality problems and become disorganized. Students, when a person failed to meet the requirement of society, unable to manage this environment, for example, different social situations, they have been adopt different attitude, pattern of behaviors. In some setting, a person unable to adopt good habits, unable to display good attitude, that time only become experiencing the personality problem and person become personally disorganized. So this is called personal disorganization. Then approaches to study. First approach, biological approach. This study about biological factors cause the personal disorganization. For example, neuroendocrinal factors, genetic factors, some, parent to child genes, and study about these factors and try to solve the personal disorganization. Second approach, psychological approach. This approach concerning mental factors, including attention, distraction, perception, learning, motivation, intelligence, and study about psychological factors and causes of the personal disorganization and try to solve it. Third one, sociological approach. This approach concerning social factors and social components which cause the personal disorganization. For example, familial causes, and religious causes, etc. Then personality So these are the three approaches: biological, psychological, sociological. Next, determinants. First determinant is environment. What are the types of environment? Physical, biological, social, and psychological environments. The physical environment means non-living things. For example, climate. Biological environment means living things, including microorganisms, plant, animals, etc. Then social environment means how interact people, how tie with each other, and which is affect the mind, is good interaction, pleasant mental health, mental factors. So these environmental factors determine the personality or personal disorganization. Second, heredity. Heredity is one of the biological component. Genes, some personality disorganization derive from parent to child. For example, some behaviors, maybe the diseases, Third one, personality and culture. Culture is next one. Culture means pattern of behavior which is determined by material and non-material cultural traits. So which type of material a person use, which is also determine the personality. Then experience, which is very important one. A person having good experience in past, which make good personality. Then causes. First cause, alcoholism, which means a habit. A person adopt bad habit, to adjust their environment, to display their behaviors, which leads to personally disorganized. Then disease, different types of diseases, communicable as well as non-communicable. Then drug addiction. Addiction is one of the main cause of personal disorganization. Then very complexity of society. Complex means multicultural, multi-language, many rapid changes. Fifth one, the modern society desire, man's desire have increased. Desire means likeness. Due to modern invention, computerization, mechanization, have changed and increasing the man desires. Sixth one, the rapid changes. Rapid means unpredictable or speedy change. A person unable to adjust their environment and become disorganized. Seventh one, environment. Already we had discussed about this environment. Eighth one, heredity. As we had discussed, its cause, culture. So these are the causes of personal disorganization. Students, this question may be asked in 2 mark question, okay? Causes. That time you can easily to answer that. Look at these other causes, work, job, anxiety, mainly time management. Look at this, time management, stress, sleeplessness, fear, worry. So these are the other miscellaneous causes, including that causes of personal disorganization. Then types of personal disorganization. First, trauma. Trauma means by means of traumatic effects, which means injuries, unforgettable injuries, mental injury as well as physical injuries. Is it disorganized the life? Then habitual. Habit means it's part of life. A person don't know about a particular behavior is organized or disorganized. So this type of disorganization never seems to be get organized. Third one, ancestral disorganization, which means generation to generation, parents and children and father, mother, like this. Fourth one, social disorganization, which means disorganization in tie-up, relationships. And fifth one, chronic. What do you think you are chronic? Never disorganize, never reorganize due to some diseases or the addiction, mainly drug addiction, alcoholism is difficult, or some other habits. Then depressed disorganization is a psychological environment cause the depression. And time disorganization, a person do not follow the time, which is other types of personal disorganization, which leads to anxiety. Eighth one, physical disorganization, due to physical factors. Mental disorganization, physical disorganization need to individual concern, physiological factors. Ninth one, mental disorganization is that mind, psychological disorganization, which leads to various mental illness, become disorganized. Next, culture and personal disorganization. Then modern culture cause inner conflict, mainly cultural dynamics. Dynamic means changes, unpredictable cultural changes cause the personal disorganization, and culture and personal disorganization interrelated components. So use the culture to reorganize the personality. Then personal reorganization. How to reorganize? First, reorganized by physiologist. Who is physiologist? Who study about physical factors and individual physiological factors and try to solve the problems and reorganize. Then psychiatrist study mental illness, okay, and mental which caused disorganization and reorganize the personality. Then psychoanalyst analyze the mental factors and found the causes and reorganize the personality. Fourth one, sociologist. Study about social causes and try to reorganize the personality. So these are the professionals to find the cause and remedies in the various aspects and try to reorganize the personality. Then personal disorganization and health. Students, the personal disorganization affect every aspect of health, physical health, mental health, as well as social well-being. Then role of nurse to reorganize the personality. The nurse is doing fundamental role to reorganize the personality for through various nursing services. First, mental health nurses and child health nursing services, then medical surgical nursing services, then community health nursing service. So see, these all the services main fundamental aim is that reorganize the personalities of your persons and become normal and promote healthier, become wealthier and happier. So nurses doing fundamental role. So these are the personal disorganization, which is caused by various factors. So which is affect every aspect of health. So nurses having various services to reorganize individual personalities in every aspect, in clinical level, in the community level, etc. So now questioning time. Nikhila P.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Nikhila, can you define personality?
Personality disorganization, sir.
Yes,
Individual fails to meet the requirement of the society in which lives as a personality and become disorganized, sir.
excellent, excellent answer. Thank you, Nikhila.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay, students. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Arya. Yes,
Thank you, thank you, sir.
yes,
Thank you, sir.
yes. Sona.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Annapurna.